Hello and welcome back to War Sales, and indeed we are now in another Sea Raider battle. I've been doing a whole bunch of these, by the way, so you know we're a little bit further along than we were before, but obviously, as I said to you before, there isn't anything specific that I'm really going to do that is so incredible that you're not going to miss anything. In other words, that's what I'm trying to say here. You're not going to miss anything. All you're going to miss is me just auto-resolving against a bunch of Sea Raiders, and that's pretty much it. So that is exactly what happened. And indeed, we now have a little bit of extra cash. We've got, quite a bit extra. We've got about 140,000 right now, and that's just purely because I was able to capture a handful of ships, and every single time you can capture a true longship, so not a light one, not a light version, but just a regular longship, you can sell that for about 10,000. Yeah, you can sell it for about 10,000 in comparison to the light longships, which at full durability, in other words 100% structural integrity or whatever, after you've repaired them, you can sell them for 4,500. So it is less than half that you'd be able to do. So very, very important that generally maybe actually just targeting Sea Raiders that have at least one longship. It is a little bit dicey, obviously, because sometimes you're not going to be able to really get that, because sometimes they're going to be destroyed because it is an auto-resolve. Just bear that in mind. Obviously, auto-resolve is pretty random, and so you're not entirely sure what you're going to get most of the time, and sometimes you don't get anything. Yes. Sometimes you don't get anything at all, which is extremely saddening and very, very disappointing. But, that's just how things are. Sometimes you just, you just have to deal with it. And that's a little bit of a shame, unfortunately, but, that's how it goes. So the fact is, now that we have a decent amount of cash, do we want to go and buy another ship? That's the question. Do we want to do that? I think we do. But the question remains, what kind of ship? Because the thing is, I have purchased a Dromon quite a few times now. Twice now, I think. I'm not sure if I really want to go for it again. Do I want to go for a Dromon again? Because that is the heaviest vessel in the game, And so I'm not entirely sure if we really want to focus on getting that same ship again. So I'm thinking right now, maybe what we'll do is we'll get one of those, what is it now? A Drovakian? What is it called? A Dromakian? I don't know. I can't remember the name of it now. But yeah, the fact is we could potentially go for one of those, which would most likely be the second heaviest ship in the game. And I think that might make sense because it might have a decent balance of weight to speed to maneuverability ratios, because from my perspective, I have actually felt a little bit more like, yeah, this ship is way too large for me, as in the Dromon. I feel like the Dromon is pretty harsh to actually work with, just purely because it is so heavy, and it is very, very difficult to kind of maximize that as much as you can, because it being so heavy means that you're gonna have difficulties maneuvering it in battles. Alright, so thankfully we did make it over to Ostrakan, and you may be thinking to yourself, okay, wait a minute. Ostrakan isn't a Sturgian village, right? Yes, you are correct. It is not a Sturgian town. So here's the thing. This is what we are going on here. The Sturgians are absolutely well, they're encroaching quite dramatically, and I'm actually very surprised that they came here. Like, what's actually the plan? What's actually the plan for these guys? Anyway, I'm just going to repair this real fast, because the funny thing about repairing it, obviously we're going to get a lot more cash for selling it, but the thing is, we're also gaining bosun skill, which is obviously fantastic. So we're just going to sell that real quick. We could potentially have a look and see, oh yeah, I've actually already looked at the ships in Ostrakan. Actually nothing really, really good, so I'm just going to be leaving it as it is, and we're otherwise just going to be selling every single other thing that we have available here for another 10,000, which is actually pretty crazy. We have a lot of food at the moment. I have 94 days worth of food, so we're going to get over encumbered really, really quickly if we're not careful. And we also have land troop, yeah, obviously land troop capacity is starting to affect us a little bit now, but that's okay. And indeed, what we are going to do is we're going to try to attack a couple of Landians, of course. We're going to try and see if we can maybe get into a handful of vassal. Ooh, yeah, this is perfect. This is absolutely perfect. Okay, so we got to 225, as you can see right here. We got to 225 in Mariner skill. So that means I can now technically go for Crew of Spears, if I wanted to do that. You know what? I actually might want to... Shall we just try it? Shall we just try it out? Because my two-handed skill at the moment is just absolutely abysmal. I mean, I could level two-handed really, really easily, but I need a weapon. I need a weapon that is actually going to be suitable for that. So I'm thinking right now that maybe we want to do this. But my throwing skill is also trash. So, I'm not sure. I'm not sure. For me personally, I would really like to do this, but it doesn't really provide us with any kind of bonus for our crew. I think the Crew of Spears... Actually, let's try it out. You know what? Let's try it out. I'm excited to see what's going on with that. We also have our 75th level bosun perk, so let's have a look. Minus 30% to wages for cavalry troops while at sea. Obviously, this is for people that want to play Crusade or people that want to play with heavy cavalry forces, I guess. And indeed, it also makes the weight of mounts much less, 30% less, which is very, very nice. A nice chunky number. I'm always very, very appreciative of chunky numbers, like I said before in the previous episode. All right, minus 10% to wages of non-mariner troops while at sea. Okay, so this is obviously, again, if you're not wanting to be, super hardcore into naval combat or anything like that, then, yeah, it's probably a good idea to do that. I'm going to actually take Naval Horde, to be honest, because minus 30% to weight of mounts when in the ship's cargo. I think that's probably going to be pretty nice for us. I could potentially level this up even more. I could level up... Whoa, okay, that's actually pretty cool. Look at that. Gilded Purse. Plus 25% chance to capture ships after battle. That's actually extremely good. Very, very surprising that it's so good. Okay, yeah, that's very nice. Anyway, we also have Special Arrows. Plus 5 armor for low-tier troops. Also, plus 40% damage dealt by crew to enemy sails. This is what I'm talking about. Look at how crazy these numbers are. And I'm not even talking about the plus 5 armor, right? The plus 5 armor is actually not even entirely bad. But plus 40% damage? That's crazy good. I like it. And we also have plus 30% damage to hulls of enemy ships dealt by the ballista. Obviously, that's if you have the iron shot ballista. Then you're going to be doing a lot more damage to the actual ship itself. Yeah, there's some crazy cool perks here, actually. But yeah, we are going to be increasing our throwing skill. Like I said before, we do want to try to increase our throwing skill a little bit. I am using a spear still at the moment as well, which is probably something I'm going to be swapping out for another bag of javelins or something like that. And we'll see how that goes. Maybe it's going to go fine. Maybe it's going to go fine. I don't know. But Barracan, where are you going, sir? You cannot run from me, sir. It takes a little bit of time to disembark, doesn't it? Yes, that's absolutely perfect. I love that implementation. Yes, I love that particular mechanic. Is probably my favorite mechanic because it allows the AI not to troll you as hard. Obviously, they do troll you if they can go into a town. If they can go into a town, they can technically immediately go in, right? They can go into the town instantly, and then they can come back out of the town instantly. So, obviously, when they're in there, that is a little bit of a, a little bit troll-esque. They can do that quite easily. But obviously, if they are not, and they're, up against the shoreline, which is what we just had, they are stuck. They cannot do anything, which is just fantastic, and I love that. I love the fact that we can also see our flag, by the way, on the top of the mast here, which is really, really nice. Okay, so otherwise we are just going to speed forward here, and yeah, it's going to be kind of interesting because we do have, well, we have a lot of enemies on our side here. We got a lot of enemies, so I'm kind of a bit worried, but maybe we'll be okay. I think we'll be fine. Most notably because what I'm going to do is I'm going to be very, very aggressive here. I'm going to try to... I did that on purpose. I totally 100% did that on purpose. So the main reason why I'm doing this is because I want to go up here. And I want to try to do damage from behind enemy lines, if at all possible. Nice. Obviously, I don't have any cleave effect. I have no cleave effect, but that's okay. I'm killing most enemies in one hit. As you can see, I'm literally killing Vlandian Knights right now. I'm killing Vlandian Knights in one hit just because we have so much extra damage. And obviously, as I said to you in the previous episode as well, the perks that you can get for boarding and generally being, Mariner skill. Mariner skill is, I would highly recommend, even if you're playing a regular character, and I'm actually kind of surprised I'm saying this, because most of the time I'm not gonna mince words, right? I'm not gonna mince words whether I think a particular perk tree is actually any good or whatever. But generally, I don't really think this is something you can skip out on. I don't think you can skip it. I think this is one of the perk trees that you actually need. I feel like it's a need at this point, which is really quite surprising. Oh yeah, I also I am going to be getting that mod. Don't worry about that. Someone told me in the live stream that there is actually a mod called Helmsman, and that is something that I'm definitely going to be getting because it's sounding very, very cool, and I'm hopeful that we're actually going to have a great time with that. I obviously have no idea how it works just yet, and I haven't actually even looked at it yet, but once I have some time, I will be installing it, and we'll check it out, because that is definitely going to be something I would like to see. It's going to be so incredibly fun. Anyway, we will otherwise be victorious here in just a few moments, and we are almost at 275 in athletics. Oh, I can't wait. I actually feel like we could win. I think we could win a battle, a naval battle. Look at this. Look at that. Look at how much influence we're getting right there. I think we could win a battle against a much larger opponent. I think we could literally be up against someone that literally has probably 200 troops. I think we could probably do it with over 200 troops. I think we could probably win that. Don't you think? I think so. I think we could definitely do that. But obviously, as it stands, we're having a little bit of a problem with enemy availability, shall we say. But obviously, the war declaration was very, very close. It was actually very recent, so I'm pretty happy with that. Alda has also advanced in her medicine skill. And yeah, look at that. As you can see, she actually has 3 focus points in it now, so that's really, really nice. And otherwise, what we can do is I'm actually just going to be sneaky. I'm just going to be a little bit sneaky here, and we're just going to try and stick around in this area for as long as we possibly can. Once Alda gets to 75 medicine, we will be in a much better situation. The current problem that we're facing is the fact that we are losing so many troops whenever we go into any kind of well, I mean, technically we didn't lose any troops this time, but what I'm mostly talking about is auto-resolving. Auto-resolves tend to lose me a lot of troops because we just don't have that much medicine skill and, well, tactic skill as well to a certain degree, I suppose, because, those things are obviously going to make a pretty big difference. As you see here, we are absolutely murdering the speed on this guy. There is no way he's going to actually be able to escape us. Very, very nice. And indeed, I'm not going to go into a battle against these fellows at all. I'm just going to go in for the auto-resolve. Actually, we had very few casualties this time. Funnily enough, in my off-screen time, when I was literally just randomly running around fighting Sea Raiders and stuff like that, I was literally taking, I think, 5, 6 casualties every single time. I guess it could be because we still had lower level troops. Maybe my troops have started to level up now, and maybe that's the reason. I don't know. But yeah, we just got another 9,000 in ships, which is very, very nice. And also, as you can see, this is... This is obviously a Vlandian fief, which is very, very funny. And like I said, it might be an idea for us to start our faction over there if we wanted to do that. But I'm not sure if I really want to do the same thing that I've done in other playthroughs. I'm not sure. I think this is very cool. Don't get me wrong. I think it's very, very cool that it's literally an island out in the middle of nowhere. I think that's obviously fantastic. However, I'm not sure if we want to do the same thing or whether we want to go somewhere else. I think it could be a potential for us to go maybe into Azerai territory. I'm not sure. We could... Oh, wait. This isn't actually... This is technically not a port town. So that's kind of harsh. Oh, actually, never mind. You can't even get there. You can't even get there from... Yeah, as I said, that's also the reason why I think there's definitely going to be something down here. I think there's personally going to be something down here at some point, because look at the ocean right here. This is a really, really nice access point. And generally, I feel like if they expanded the map even further in some future update or whatever, then that could, yeah, it could be a possibility. That could be a possibility. As you can see, there's actually some water down there as well. And I think generally that could be cool. That could be very, very cool, and it could work. But yeah, I'm not sure. I'm not sure right now. We could also go for Osterkund if we wanted to. We could try to take Osterkund potentially. I think one of the best things that we could possibly do right now is become a vassal. Now the thing is, becoming a vassal is gonna make things a little bit uncomfortable for us pretty much across the board, because obviously we're not going to be making any mercenary wages at that point. Mercenary wages are going to be long gone at that point. So we are going to have some issues actually funding ourselves, unless we don't really care about that. Unless we don't really care about that, and we can, you know, literally just do this, like I'm showing you right now, where we can literally just go in here, repair our ships, do the little sell action, and then just go into the trade screen and just sell some more stuff here. And as you can see, look at that, 14,000. Pretty crazy. We can also sell a little bit more grain, a little bit more butter. Just make sure that we sell some stuff here. I'm just wanting to make sure we can level up relatively nicely in regards to steward skill, and otherwise that's it. Look at how easy that was. That was extremely easy. Obviously the annoying thing is that we are still clan tier 2. Yes. We're still clan tier 2. I'm actually kind of surprised we're still clan tier 2. I would have expected us to level up much quicker, but yeah. Anyway, let's get another focus point in throwing skill. Even though my control skill is only 2, what we can actually do is once we get to 275 in one-handed, I can literally take out points from Vigor, from the athletics tree. I can literally take that out, and I can put that into steady if we want to do that, because that's going to provide us with an additional control attribute, and that would obviously help. You know, that would help quite a dramatic amount. Now, the question is, I think what we're going to do is we're just going to bide our time. We're just going to bide our time as much as we possibly can here. And what we'll do is wait until Hvalvik has rebelled. We're going to wait until it's rebelled. And then what we'll do is we'll go and try and take that. And we'll try and take that against everyone else. So we will create our own faction over there. And we'll see what's going on with it. This guy, wait a minute, what is he doing? This is a very interesting individual. I'm not entirely sure what he's decided to do here, but apparently he has decided to get himself caught. I am going to go into the battle here just purely because I want to level up my thrown weapons, and also I would like to see our forces in an actual land battle for once, because we don't really do that much, do we? We don't really do that much. So let's actually see here. No, everyone else has pretty terrible skills. I guess I'll just put that guy on there. Doesn't really matter too much, I suppose, considering I am actually just mostly going to be keeping my forces relatively stationary. I mean, this fellow is... There's no way he's going to come over. As you can see, he is not planning on coming over in any way, which is obviously fine. You know, he can decide to do that if he wants to. And yeah, this is going to be relatively simple for us. I'm going to keep my forces in... line formation. There we go. Okay, nice. Oh, wow. I actually leveled up my riding skill really, really nicely right there. These guys are mostly crossbowmen. Okay, that's kind of a bit harsh. I should probably get out of here. As you can see. Yes. Oh, dear. Ooh, almost died. Ooh, okay. That was close. You know that Ralph Wiggum meme, right? You know that Ralph Wiggum meme of when he's on the bus and he says, "I'm in danger." And indeed, that is actually... well, how I felt just then. that was pretty bad for me right there. Ooh, I can't believe I actually missed that so dramatically. Okay, there we go. Okay, that was decent-ish. Maybe we can actually get a kill on one of these guys. That would be kind of nice because it's a cavalry person. Cavalry usually gives you so much more experience. Unfortunately, we did hit him, but it didn't do that much. No, it didn't do that much at all. Okay, so we're just going to tell these guys to move in here. Is this... no, this is mine. Okay, yeah, so we just got a bunch of archers right here. The archers have moved very, very quickly for some reason. Not sure why they were so fast in comparison to the other fellows that we have. And I can't believe I missed that either. Wow, okay, that was That was kind of bad. Oh well, never mind. I mean, this is pretty decent for us to level up anyway, just in case we do decide to maybe use a glaive or something like that. There is a potential for using a glaive at some point. I'm gonna tell these guys to charge in. We've got way too many archers against us right here, so I don't see a point in, you know, dilly-dallying any further. We're just gonna let our people just go straight on in, and they will most likely die very quickly. I mean, you know, the new and improved Nords are a force to be reckoned. Well, okay, apparently... Apparently, they wanted to take us down. They wanted to take us down very, very dramatically right there. But yeah, we should be absolutely fine. As you can see, no problem whatsoever. That was, of course, very much a foregone conclusion. But you see the power of the Vlandian crossbowmen. I mean, it's so crazy how good they actually are, despite this guy literally only having one Vlandian sharpshooter. You see that? Only one Vlandian sharpshooter. And he did have a handful of hardened crossbowmen, regular crossbowmen, and the majority of his forces were literally levies. And if you think about that, think about how low level that actually is. A levy is so low level, it's actually crazy to think that. Anyway, we're just going to take this guy prisoner for the moment. And did I actually execute people already? I think I might have executed people already. If I have, that's pretty bad, because that means that I am going to lose relation very, very quickly, and it's going to be very difficult for me to marry someone. But the thing is, I'm not sure if that matters right now, because we have a brother that could potentially marry, and then he and his spouse can possibly further the bloodline, as it were. So it might be an idea. Ooh, hello. Big damage. Oh, yes. I like it. Knight Lance. Even though I am obviously looking for... I am very much looking for a two-handed. I think that would be much, much more fun. Okay, let's actually just see. Ooh, hello there. Wait a minute. Yeah, we don't have any noble mounts, do we? No, we don't have any noble mounts at all. All right, well... Let's just take everything that we can. I have actually forgotten to take loot once before, and I was like, what? How did I forget that? Anyway, that was off screen, so it doesn't really matter. But anyway, it was a hard-fought battle, and among your fallen is a young, good-natured Nord Huskar who kept his comrades' spirits up during hard times. Your men's faces are grim as they go out to collect the wounded of both sides. You can tell that if they had their way, not many injured enemies would be brought back to your camp, still alive, as prisoners. Okay, so demand that your men respect the customs of war. Let's actually see what we get here. Okay, well, we're going to increase morale by 10. Lose 3 prisoners. I think that sounds pretty good. We're going to gain some cruelty there, which is not exactly great. Not a big fan of that, but yeah, you know, I like to make sure that our forces are ready for action at any point. Where's my ship, by the way? There it is. Okay, I just need to make sure that we know where it's at. The question is, do we want to continue executing people? I think we did execute some people, right? Let me actually just have a look at Borgar real fast here. Make sure that I know exactly what's going on with him. Does he have any enemies? He has no enemies. So apparently we have not executed anyone at all. No, apparently we haven't. Okay, well that means everything actually. That means that we're actually going to be fine then. That means everything's good. You know, everything's above board and everything's fine. And you can see here, Alder getting some more medicine skill, very, very nice. Now, if we can just do some more large-scale battles, that would be extremely nice. I am having a bit of a tough time catching up with these guys, just purely because I just don't have any horses. That's the main problem here. Oh, hello. Okay, we might be able to attack her, or we're just going to be way too slow, as you can see right here. Yep. They're trolling me. They're trolling me, for sure. Yep. That's not going to work. So, that's a problem. Yeah, that is a very, very big problem. The only thing we could... well, I guess we could possibly do a little bit of... I don't know, raiding of convoys and stuff like that, but that doesn't really... it doesn't really scratch the itch, you know. It doesn't really scratch the itch, because we really want to make sure that we get as much renown as we possibly can. We need to level up our clan tier as fast as possible, so generally getting that would be very nice. Let's increase our maneuvering of our horse, as well as the HP of it. Let's see if we can dismount some people. Yes, there we go. Let's get braced. Nice. And we can obviously go over to Ostrakan now and potentially sell all of our stuff if we want to, which I guess we will do. I mean, there's not really any loss in doing that. because all of these people are just trolling us a huge amount. And yeah, how are they doing over here? The funny thing is, it's been rebelling for an age. So I guess I'm going to wait around a little bit and see what happens here, because it could very well rebel. And if it does, we can pounce on it almost instantly. Alright, so I actually caught up with Mr. Ekarand here, and I saw him just kind of hanging around the sort of peninsula of the little landmass near to us, and I thought to myself, yes, we will lay in a pursuit course for him, and we will see what we can do. And I would also like to, as I said, I would like to get a bigger ship. So I think what we're going to do after this is, well, in the meantime, I am going to go over there. I'm going to go over there, and we're going to see what we can do about purchasing a new vessel. And then, obviously, in the meantime, hopefully Havalvik will actually rebel, because it has been some time. For some reason, they're taking their sweet time in rebelling. I don't know why, but they're taking quite a bit of time about that, and hopefully what we'll be able to do is do some stuff. Oh yes, we'll be able to capture it, swoop in, and hopefully prevent the Vlandians from taking it back from the rebel scum that have decided to rebel. Yes. We're going to build our own Death Star very soon, don't worry. Yes, it's absolutely fine. Anyway, we will otherwise be very much targeting the initial ship here. I'm going to raise our sails. Come on now. We need to make sure that we get in the middle of these. Yes, there we go. Absolutely perfect. The hooks are working very, very nicely. Unfortunately, the netting is on the back here. Oh, these guys tried to ram us? Oh, that's not going to work. That is not going to work at all, sirs. Yeah, there we go. Oh, Orda's getting some nice kill. Oh, yeah, nice. Okay, yeah, she's getting some really, really good skill level ups right there. So I'm very, very pleased about that. Let's try to be a little bit careful here too, because we can get killed if we are not careful. We are not immune to damage. It is literally just a case of me killing them before they kill us most of the time. Ekarand was kind of a difficult opponent, but, well, he too fell before us like wheat before a scythe. And otherwise, we are fine, I believe. I do want to get to 275. My one-handed is at 250. Athletics, how's my athletics? 270, okay. We might be all right there. And indeed, I think, okay, yeah, my other forces are doing okay there, I think. They're probably going to be fine. Let's just try to do as much damage as possible to the high-tier characters, or as much as I possibly can. I'm not even looking at what kind of units I'm killing right now, to be honest. I'm literally just going for them and trying to make as much damage as possible before the inevitable end of the battle. And I believe we're actually done. Yep, we are actually done. It feels so sad. It feels so sad to end the battle because it's so fun. All right, yeah, well, there you go. I mean, I personally think it's a lot of fun. I don't know. Some people maybe don't. That's the funny thing. I did a total 180 about that. Anyway, we are good. We made this happen. We also got some better boots. Very, very nice. We can also give these new boots to everyone else. We can literally just do like a huge train of upgrading everyone, and there we have it. Okay, yeah, otherwise we have this slight upgrade there, nothing to really write home about, unfortunately. All right, there you go. Fantastic. Okay, so we did get a okay, we got a cog. Okay, that's not too bad, not too bad. We are pretty far away from pretty much any town though, so it is going to be a little bit of a pain to get rid of this. However, we are kind of close to Kuyaz, so I think what we'll do is we'll make our way on to Azerai territory. We'll see what they have available at their ports and things like that. Yeah, as you can see, it doesn't really seem to be doing much. Havalvik is literally just kind of, yeah, it feels like it's in a bit of a status quo at the moment, which I'm not a big fan of. I'd like it to decide one way or another whether they're going to rebel or not, but it could be that they are just teetering on the edge of both decisions, you know what I mean? So they kind of like, oh yeah, we really want to rebel, but actually maybe it's too dangerous. And so they're kind of thinking about it and humming and hawing a little bit too much for my liking. So I think it's probably a good idea that we get out of there. We are also going to be taking prestige here. This is, in my opinion, fantastic, just purely because it provides you with that plus 15 to party limit. Obviously, the party limit isn't even the main thing. Sometimes you're actually also going to be getting that 50% damage bonus against shields with one-handed weapons, especially if you're using an axe like I am. You're going to have a fun time. Oh yeah, it's going to be even better. Because you already have a... Well, do you already have a bunch of shield-destroying things? I'm actually not entirely sure if that's the case. Because I've... well, I've obviously done quite a few different things, and I'm actually wondering whether... I think it's two-handed that actually has that. So, yeah, don't quote me on that. I think it's two-handed that has that. So that's a little bit unfortunate, I have to admit, but, you know, that's how it goes. Let's actually see here. Eastern Galley. Ooh, nice, nice, nice. Okay, actually some pretty good stuff. And indeed, we're very, very close to Kuyas now, so that's nice. So, yeah, as I said, two-handed, I believe, yeah, as you can see, plus 30% damage to shields. And then I believe there is also another one here, plus 40% damage to shields with two-handed weapons. Yeah, there isn't anything in one-handed that actually does that until you get to Prestige, as far as I can tell. Yeah. Yeah, that is actually true. So, very, very useful. And that is going to destroy shields even faster. And I mean, you can see how much damage we're actually dealing to opponents' bodies, right? To opponents' bodies. We are just completely slaughtering them. Every single hit, we're doing 150, 200 damage. Absolutely incredible damage. Obviously, I mean, you have to bear in mind, these fellows, they are very low level. Some of them are very low level, very lightly armored. So you're not really going to be seeing, you know, massively armored people. Any armored people that we've seen, I've done maybe like 50 to 80 damage against those. So just bear that in mind. We're not like, you know, super overpowered so much that I can just kill any unit in one hit. No, obviously that's not the case. Anyway, let's see if I can get some upgrades. Do I want to care about upgrades right now if I want to buy a new ship? Nah, probably not. Okay, so let's actually have a look. Do they have anything? Nope. Okay. They have nothing at all. All right. That's kind of disappointing, isn't it? That's kind of disappointing. Okay, so we'll just sell all of the loot as well, and we're going to be getting another... what is it now? Another 12,600 actually. Very, very nice. And we're always getting food as well, which I very much appreciate. Okay, so let's move on. I'm actually going to move on to Sanala. I'd like to really ideally see the Azerai faction's offerings in regards to their ships, but for some reason I don't seem to be able to find them. I think the best course of action most of the time is to just go to an Empire town. They are the ones that do seem to have the majority of the ships, which is unfortunate, yeah, to a certain degree, but that's okay. You know, I don't really mind that too much. I mean, it does make me go quite far, but I guess that's all right. Okay, let's have a look. Yeah. Oh, here we go. Hello. All right, this is what I'm talking about. So this is the Azerai ship. This is the Azerai ship right here. I like this ship quite a great deal. It looks pretty fun. The question is, can we get a ram on it? Can we get a ram on it? Yeah, well, I can't actually see that because I need to buy it. Yes, I need to buy it first. It has a very cool name, don't you think? I think it has a very cool name. Yeah, so I think... yeah. Yeah, you know what? Yes, I am actually going to do it. I'm actually going to do it because I think it's fun. And we're going to get rid of our longship now. It has served us very, very well. The question is, do we want to get rid of the longship or do we want to get rid of something else? The question is, the longship only has 1,300. We could get rid of the cog. Travel speed 3.25, and that is 2.91. Okay, well, obviously that's going to be slow. Okay, so yeah, we're just going to sell the longship then. There we go. Okay, let's see what we have here. Okay, rudder effectiveness or rudder effectiveness. Okay, that's what we're actually using. Great. And indeed, yes, we do actually have a... Oh, look at that. Oh, wow. Yeah, okay. I am very much looking forward to this. Oh, yes. That is going to be exceptional. And we also have a grape shot. What? A grape shot? So instead of a fire pot, it's a grape shot. Throws multiple small burning stones. Very effective against crews. And the fire damage can burn sails and light ships. That sounds amazing. I am very much looking forward to that. Okay, and let's go for the large cargo tent so we can increase our cargo capacity here. Let's go for some cotton sails. Oh, wow. We're getting really, really lucky with the upgrades in this place. And indeed, we can also get some other stuff here. We can get Southern Exquisite Awning. We could get that, or we could get this one. Which one do we want? I actually don't know which one really looks better, to be honest. I think this one looks kind of cool. Yeah, I'm going to go for this one, I think. Go for that one. Why not? And we can't get any figureheads just yet, but that's okay. We don't have to worry about that just now. But soon enough. Don't worry. Soon enough, we will. Alright, there we go. We've got our new vessel. I am extremely excited to do some ramming, because we now have a ram. And this vessel is slightly lighter than the other one, right? Slightly lighter than the Dromon. So I'm hopeful that we're actually going to have a good time here. Let's see if we can go back to Vlandian territory. Wow, it's actually kind of far away. Oh, this guy's panicking. This guy is panicking. I absolutely love that. That is fantastic. He literally wanted to get over to Praven, and he was unable to do so. Of course he was unable to do so. So that's wonderful. Okay, so the question is, what do we get with this guy? I guess we'll just get him vigor. We just want him to be as powerful as possible when it comes to one-handed. As you can see, he literally already has 4 focus points in that thing. Wow, that's crazy. Yeah, so he's going to be really, really good at one-handed skill. That's our brother. That's our younger brother. And yeah, he is already looking to be kind of a beast. But obviously, we're mostly looking for the next generation of powerful characters, so we'll hopefully be able to do that. I'm going to swap out these guys. We're going to get the cog. And who's going to be the captain? Who's going to be the captain? Yeah, it's going to be Njaldar. There we go. And we are now ready. Oh, yes, look at this. Look at this. Look at how cool this is. Okay, this is a very, very fun ship by the looks of things. Let's do a little bit of an engage here. And we do have our ballista. Our ballista is on the front, as you can see. The ocean waves are a little bit rough for my liking. They're a little bit rough right now, but that's okay. We should hopefully have a decent time. Okay, let's have a look. Okay, whoa, whoa, whoa. Okay, okay, okay. This is how we're going to use this. Okay, it's a little bit not terribly pleased that these fellows are not using their sails, because it would have been pretty fun to light them on fire. But yes. Okay. That was not as amazing as I thought. It did good damage though. It did very, very good damage, but oh, look, 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 it's setting them on fire. The ship is on fire right now. Okay, that's actually really, really cool. Okay, can I do this to the same can I do this to the other one? Maybe. Nice. Nice. There we go. There we go. There we go. Let's do it again. Let's do it again. Nice. More of that, please. More of that, please. I am actually destroying our loot, potentially, so that's... that's kind of counterintuitive, isn't it? That's kind of counterintuitive, but it's fun. Look at this. Look at this. I'm doing so much damage to this thing right now. Okay. This is my kind of weapon, actually. This is my kind of weapon, mostly because... Okay, wait a minute. I actually have to help out my forces, because otherwise we're going to maybe lose. Yeah, let's actually see what I can do. What? Where am I going? I don't want to go forward, you imbecile. Don't do that. Okay, wait a minute. Oh, I'm getting carried away with the wonderful fire. Oh, wait, hello. Nice. There we go. Let's try to set the deck on fire over there. That sounds pretty fun. And indeed, I am a little bit stuck on that guy right there. That's kind of unfortunate. Maybe we can move forward a little bit. Yeah, here we go. We rammed them and did massive damage. Nice. Okay, I'm actually surprised. Okay, yeah, I guess... Wait. Do I don't need to tell them to throw their lines, do I? And I always have to be up here? Yeah, I think I need to do that. Okay, let's just attempt boarding real fast. I think we're going to be completely fine as it is. I mean, as you can see, we have just completely destroyed the enemy's forces. I can jump out here and then immediately interact with the net as well. There we go. And we might even be able to jump across here. Yes, nice. Oh, you're using a sling, sir. Oh, that's not really going to work out too well for you. Wow, look at the shield. That guy's shield just got immediately destroyed. And that guy's shield is also immediately destroyed. Absolutely fantastic. This fellow's shield is standing up very, very nicely, though. As you can see, now he's dead. But yeah, he did a very, very good job of actually resisting quite a great deal there. In the meantime... Oh, and I fell off. Okay, well, that's okay. I think that's the last enemy right there. Isn't it? Yep. There we go. Okay, so that means I don't need to go anywhere, and I can just literally just chill. I can just chill in the water. 7.6 renown. 10,000 gold, though. 10,000 gold. Very nice. Okay, so let's actually just get a little bit more here. Thank you very much. And we will also get a handful of extra prisoners and try to convert them. Let's see what we can do. I think I probably need to sell some horses. I think that's probably going to be the thing that we'll try to do very, very soon. And there you go. Okay, so that was really, really nice. I would really love to do battle against something a lot larger. Like I've said, I'd like to do battle. You know what I'd actually like? I would like maybe 400, 500 people. I don't know. Am I biting off a bit more than I can chew? Maybe. But wouldn't that be hilariously fun? I think that would be super, super fun. So I'm thinking what we're going to do is maybe I am just going to go for it. And we're just going to throw caution to the wind and literally just create our own faction straight off the bat and don't even care. Don't even care about what's happening in the world and literally just go for it, you know. I feel like that might in fact be the play because as it stands right now, what do we have to lose? Well, I mean, we have... well, everything actually. We have a lot to lose, but the thing is, if you think about this particular town right here, okay, they've just made peace with them as well. So this is a great time, actually. This is a great time for me to potentially make my faction. So, shall we try it? I kind of want to. I kind of want to. So I'm thinking yes. I'm thinking we'll give it a go. Now let's just have a look. See here, I have 124 land troop capacity. Okay, that's it's kind of okay. I mean, we know this town is kind of difficult to take, but there's only 264. Look, there's only 264 in the garrison. We possibly have a no-brainer win here. I have 42 Huskarls, 38 Sea Raider Chiefs. Obviously, you do not want that many Sea Raider Chiefs, okay? You really don't. They are okay, but they're not amazing. You know, they're not amazing units. You ideally want so many more Huskarls. Yes, you want loads of those. So I'm just going to go over to Gunnar's village, because he is actually here, by the way. He is actually here. I'm just going to save real fast because I'm a little bit worried. Just in case something does happen when we interact with the village. I don't think there's going to be any kind of crash. I haven't had any crashes with the game yet, I think. Yeah, no, I don't think so. Anyway, okay, we know this one. We're just going to get free meat, I guess, right? Yep, free meat. Sounds pretty good. And let's recruit. Nord War Proven, all that stuff. Yeah, very, very nice. And there's Gunnar. There he is. You see that? There's Gunnar. We can actually speak to him.
Welcome. I've been entertaining the village with tales of our adventures. If you're looking for recruits, then I doubt you'll find a more promising batch than the lads of Lagshoven. You always have a place by my hearth, old friend.
Yeah, indeed. There you go. So he obviously has persistence where he remembers that you know, you're a very important individual in the land of Calradia, and yeah, it's great. I love that. Okay, so we're obviously going to leave him alone. I'm not going to raid his village ever, but you know, there is that potential for me to make that mistake. So let's try not to remember or forget that is the case. Okay, so I'm going to attack Barakan, I think. That's what I'm going to start with. I'm going to attack Barakan. There he is. He's right there. Is he going to troll me? He isn't, but he is running away. You know what? I am actually just going to chase him. I am just going to chase him. Let's just do this. And we are just going to attack him straight away. Yes, I know. Okay. Yeah. I know. Yeah. That's a thing. That's a thing. All right. Yeah, we don't have to worry about that too much. All I need to do is go over here, and I can just go and say this. You're my prisoner now. Enough talking. There we go. Less talking, more raiding. Yeah, indeed. I'm not going to take any of this loot. I am literally just going to move on. I'm going to be attacking this guy almost immediately here. And if I can... yeah. Come on now. Come on now. You're not going to escape into the town, are you? Yes, he is. This is the reason why you probably want to get some horses, just to make sure that you move relatively quickly, because otherwise you're going to have this issue. Is he going to... He's coming. Wait. Oh, wait. This is perfect. No, he's doing the troll thing. He's doing a troll thing. Wait. Okay. We're going to just move away from here, and I'm going to try to bait him out. If we can. Okay, yeah, he's doing that. Okay, so what we're going to do is I'm just going to wait here. This is very, very bad, actually. Here we go. Okay, so he's just doing the troll thing. He's going to go on the ship, and then we're going to be attacking him straight away. There we go. Okay, absolutely perfect. This is probably the best thing that could have happened. He is actually in command of some very dangerous individuals. However, if we were on land right now, I think we'd have some problems. I think if we were on land, we would have a bit of an issue. But we are on our turf. Yes, our very watery turf right here. And this is exactly what we like. Okay, so we are just going to tell our forces to gang up on the 17. And we are going to do a little bit of this. I'm not sure... I want to get as much speed as possible, but the unfortunate thing is the sails are not in our favor right now. I could potentially get some speed. Yeah, as you can see, we're moving pretty quick. If I just move like this, and then we put away our sails when we're getting a little bit closer, then we might be in for a very, very nice ram. And I'm looking to ram the small ship in front of us right here. The 18. Okay, let's see if I can do it. Okay. 1200. Yeah, not exactly pleased. Not exactly pleased with that. I mean, it's okay. Don't get me wrong. It's perfectly fine. But it could be better. Nice. Whoa, that was some big damage. That was actually really, really big damage right there. Now, if I could just turn around, I would be infinitely pleased. Okay, come on now. Turning. This is the reason why I'm not a big fan of these heavy ships, even though I love them. You know? They are just very slow to turn around. If I had the wind in my favor right now, I'd have a great time. But I do not. Nice damage. Okay, can we do a little bit more? Nice. Nice. Wow, absolutely great. Okay, that's fantastic. Okay, so we're going to board our own ship. We're going to try to board our own ship right here. Just purely because then my forces can actually use their rigging and everything. And we can potentially do that, maybe. Or are we not having the possibility of doing that? I don't know. Yeah, we do, kind of, yes. This is actually working quite nicely. Wow, okay, what? Did we already kill these guys? We already killed all of these friends? Okay, that's actually kind of shocking. Hello, friends. You're gonna die down here, guys, if you don't get back up. Oh dear. That's gonna be very uncomfortable for them. Okay, nice. Kill that crossbowman. Definitely don't want him shooting. Okay. Oh yeah, they do have a couple of mariner units, but that's okay. We don't need to worry about that too much. Nice sword sister kill there. Banner knight. Oh, hello. Okay, yeah, be a bit careful on that. Okay, as you can see, these guys are much more difficult to kill than just the regular convoys and the bandits that we've been fighting, but that's okay. That's kind of what we want. That is what we want. Every single day of the week, we want this. So, generally, if I can, I will rather take this kind of fight than something that is literally going to be kind of easy. I mean, I don't mind easy, though. That's the funny thing. I don't mind easy because that fundamentally just powers all of your day-to-day operations. You know what I mean? You don't want a super difficult battle every single time you go into one, because then how are you going to sustain yourself? You know what I mean? You do need extra little bits of cash and experience and things like that from easier fights. to progress to the harder ones, you know? That's really going to make a big difference. Okay, so I'm at 275 in athletics now, which is amazing. You know what that means? That means we're going to be gaining even more HP. I can't believe I got hit by that guy, but that's okay. Don't have to worry about it too much, and I believe we are indeed victorious. We literally lost basically no one. Are these enemies right here? These are enemies right there. Yes, they are. Can I jump? Yep. Hello. Hello, friends. Oh dear. I think I might actually have to jump off here. Ooh, I almost died. That was close. That was actually a little bit too close for my liking. Yeah, so the netting is over here. Not a big fan of that, but I think what we can do is we can maybe do something like this. Nice. Instant kill on that Vlandian Knight. And now we can bring out our throwing weapons. Oh, yeah, it does penetrate. Okay, it actually penetrates. So generally, if you can get your Mariner skill leveled up and you can get, what is it, 225? Yeah, if you can get to 225 in Mariner skill, you don't need Impale from the throwing skill tree. So that is ingenious. Whoever came up with that idea, that is absolutely fantastic. Ah, unfortunate. Okay, unfortunate. It's not actually penetrating now. Oh, now I'm sad. Okay, I actually thought that it was penetrating the entire time, but yes, now it's not penetrating. Oh well, never mind. Oh, dearie me. Okay, so we can do some damage here, maybe. Nope. Okay, unfortunate. I guess we're just going to have to jump here and just try to murder them as best we can. It's going to be a little bit tricky. Okay, here we go. Okay, that's good enough. That is good enough. I eliminated I think the two highest levels. Is that true? I'm not entirely sure, but I think they were the two highest levels. I really do need more throwing. Well, I need more throwing skill, first of all, obviously, but I need more throwing weapons. Instead of my polearm, I need to get a throwing weapon. But the problem with doing that is that I am then basically forced into being a close quarters combat non-cavalry person every single time, because the non-cavalry, we are not going to have a spear, right? Non-cavalry, we're not going to have a spear, so we literally cannot kill enemy troops that are on horses and stuff like that. It's going to be extremely difficult for us to do that. Anyway, 17 renown for us right there. Very, very nice. I am going to be taking him prisoner. I'm not gonna execute him. Generally, I am a little bit worried about doing this, because if they escape, which they probably will, I mean, let's face it, they probably will, then we are going to be in a bit of a troublesome situation. Yes, it's going to be a bit problematic. So I'm not sure if we're going to be okay here. Let's see. Okay, what else do we want? Yeah, there isn't anything else here that we really, really badly desire, so I will literally just move on. And the question is, yeah, we want this round ship, don't we? This is crazy. This is the Vlandian's ship, isn't it? Look at this. This is a heavy vessel as well. Look at that, 198,000 in weight. Actually kind of impressive, to be honest. And, yeah, we're going to take all of that. We're going to take all of that. We have to. We have to take all of that. Otherwise, you know, what's the point, right? Alright, so first of all, what we want to do is we want to obviously get athletics skill. That's going to get us that extra HP that will hopefully allow us to survive in much harsher conditions. And we're also going to be getting well prepared, because that's going to get us some more ammunition for throwing weapons. We're going to go for some more focus points for that. I'm actually wondering, you know what? Actually, wait. I think what we probably want to do instead of going for a focus point in throwing skill is get a focus point in riding skill, because inevitably we will be going into some field battles. It's just a, you know, it's one of those things. You just have to, you know, you just have to do those things. So what we're going to do as well is we're going to go in here. Ooh, okay, unlucky. I kind of want to recruit some people. Can I do that? I don't know. That's the question. Can I do it? No. Apparently they are completely shutting me down from recruiting anyone here, so that's kind of unfortunate. I really wanted to get in there before anything happened, but I'm worried about a sally out, because if they're desperate, they're gonna sally out no matter what. It's really going to be as simple as that, and it's very, very likely that they will. Okay, Here we go. Okay, we have 123. That's pretty decent. I am only at 55%, 56% HP. Not a terribly big fan of that. How are we doing in terms of horse armor? I should probably get some better horse armor. We don't really have that much. Let's see. Do I have anything slightly longer? Yes, I do have some slightly longer spears, but the question is, do I need them? Do I need longer spears? I'm not sure. It is sometimes very, very useful. Yeah, I don't know. Okay, let's do it. Let's, no, I don't want to go in there just yet. I don't want to go in there just yet, okay? I want to wait. I want to wait a little bit longer. I'm going to wait until I'm at about 90% HP, just in case. I don't want to go in there with such low HP that I'm going to die instantaneously from some random shot from a crossbowman. Well, this is actually pretty good. I managed to recruit a handful of other prisoners and convert them. So, yeah, we're just going to go in now. 83 is going to have to be good enough. And we can only hope that maybe they decide not to sally out, potentially. Armed convoy, really? Are you serious? Oh, the fact that they can actually have people reinforced from the port is, in my opinion, absolutely illegal. I think that should not be possible, but yeah, there you go. All right, so now instead of... I didn't even see this guy. I didn't even see this guy come in here. And my ships are just there. For some reason, we don't have a convoy... not a convoy. We don't have a blockade or something like that. Okay, apparently we don't have a blockade. All right. We're going to have to play this very, very carefully now. I'm not sure how we're going to really do this. I think... Wait a minute. There's a rock. Okay, you know what? We're going to play this... We're going to be so cheap, okay? We're going to be so cheap. I'm going to be so cheap against these guys. We are literally going to make our way over here. I don't know... Oh, we cannot even go over there. Okay, we can't even go over there. Never mind. The rock is actually unavailable because of the battlefield's territory being... well, not far enough, basically. So, yeah, that is very bad. We also could try to go to the water. We could try to go to the water, but I don't think that's actually going to help either. Okay, who's this? Horse archer. They're one horse archer that they have. Okay, I could possibly try to do some damage with my... Oh, hello, thrown weapons. Nice. Okay, and can we get another one? I highly doubt it. Nope. He dipped. Okay. That's unfortunate. Okay, the question is, I might be able to do this. We might be able to go down into the water. I am hopeful that maybe they will allow us to go into the water onto one of these little... I don't even know what to call it, really. Onto these little islands, I guess. And we're going to see if we can do that. No, we can't. Okay. Yeah, as you can see, we cannot do that. But we can go here, which is good enough. So here is going to have to be where we stand. This is going to provide them with completely, free line of sight. How did I miss? I am a disappointment to all of my ancestors. Yes. Okay, well, that's okay. I can't believe it. Okay, yeah. So, wait. Was that one of mine? That was a cavalry of mine, wasn't it? Okay, so that was actually my cavalry, even though I had no idea that was. Okay, never mind. Okay, don't even. Just forget about the last minute. Okay, just forget about the last minute. It's fine. Let's try to do some damage to this guy. He's obviously injured already. Really? Really? I am so livid right now that he is still alive. There we go. Okay, now he's dead. Wow, massive skill generation right there. Okay, so what we're gonna do? Tell these guys here. We're gonna put them into a facing direction, face the enemy. There we go. And then we're going to literally put them into a shield wall. And we are going to move them towards the enemy's archers. That's all we're gonna do. We're just gonna move them to the enemy's archers while they're in shield wall. And we are going to try to run interference while we can against the enemy's cavalry. Obviously, I'm not sure whether that's even going to be possible, but we're going to try our best. I can only hope. Nice. Good damage, good damage. Okay, that was exactly what we needed. I really wanted to actually kill him, but unfortunately, we just don't have enough damage. There we go. Okay, I actually hit that guy in the neck, I think, so that was much better. Nice. Okay, perfect. And a nice block to follow it up. Okay, he decided to block that. Block that, okay. Yeah, we're being attacked over there a little bit. My horse is very slow right now just because I don't have any riding skill. This is pretty bad. Nice damage. Nice damage. Okay, we need that. We need this. Yes, yes, yes. Okay, perfect, perfect. Nice. Okay, more of that, please. Oh, more of that, please. Yes. More. Oh, wow. Okay, hello. I'm going on an absolute killing spree right here, apparently. And we are doing massive, massive damage. Nice. And we could do another one. There we go. And generally, anytime I can hit one of these guys is a perfect, perfect day. That is wonderful. Even if I don't kill them, it does not matter. As long as we do damage, that is all that I am caring about right now. Okay, these guys are obviously a bit problematic. They are making things kind of annoying for us. And let's move our forces even further. Nice. Okay, and another one. There we go. Very, very good. And another one. Yes. Okay. Okay, this is what we need. We need this to turn the tide of battle. That is what we need. If we are unable to do this, we will probably end up failing and maybe even lose, which would be problematic. That would be very, very problematic. Ooh, nice. Killed the Banner Knight. That's perfect. Okay, these guys have no idea. They are literally having some huge problems right now. Oh, nice shot. Whoever that was. Okay, we're just going to continue moving them into... Ooh, I could have died there. Okay. Ah, okay, so now they've moved the archers back. Okay, so they've moved the archers back. That has actually made a huge difference to their effectiveness. Surprisingly enough, yeah, that guy knew. He knew that I had the range on him. He knew that I had the range. Okay, okay. Okay, charge. Tell the infantry to charge in. Let's do this. We're gonna have to tell these guys, or not tell them, but we're gonna have to go here, try to run some interference against their crossbowmen. It's kind of a bit unfortunate that we have no cavalry, but it's okay. Hopefully we'll be fine. Maybe. I need to kill more. There we go. Nice. Okay, killed his horse at the very least. Put these guys into a shield wall once again. Make them walk towards the crossbowmen. They are starting to get killed, unfortunately.
Ooh, right, okay. We did manage actually pretty significant. We did pretty well, to be honest. We did pretty well, but unfortunately, they just have too many troops, as you can see right there. Look at that. That is exceptional. Look at that. Okay. Funnily enough, without this guy, I think we actually would have won this really, really simply. But he had so many really good troops, as far as I could tell. I mean, maybe he doesn't. I don't know. It doesn't seem like it. Let's just try to get away. And there we go. Okay, we will try to get away. And we're going to go over here. Is he going to try to come after me? No, he's not going to try to come after me. Okay, that's absolutely fine. And we could technically go into... well, that's the thing. We're going to have to recruit. We're going to have to recruit a huge amount from here, which is going to be kind of difficult, but we can probably do it. Considering we've got a lot of prisoners as well. We've got 30. We can make that work. Okay, so we actually, well, we leveled up, as you can see. We did level up pretty nicely. I guess I will go for control skill here, just so that my thrown weapon can level up a little bit more. We're going to be going for another point in polearms. I'm very surprised about saying that, but we're going to do that just purely so that I can start doing one-shot kills against some of the higher tier units, because they are actually kind of dangerous. And indeed, we are going to be now providing our infantry plus 30 polearm skill, and they use spears. They do use spears, so this is really going to make a big difference to them. We're also going to be getting hard knock, as I've said multiple times before. Hard knock, things like hard knock, unwavering defense, various other things like that can really make a huge difference to your overall survivability for your troops. Because you can see here, we gain 10 HP from this. We gain 3 HP from this, which obviously not very much. But you then have another thing, which I think is here. Yeah, well built, which gives you another 5. So you technically now have 18 increased HP with your forces. Now, if we had a good medic, which we don't really, unfortunately. Alder is not quite there yet. But if we did, we would be in a great position, because she would have Minister of Health, and Minister of Health is, in my opinion, the best perk in the game. But that's just how it is, you know. It takes a long time. It takes a long time to level up the medicine skill, and she doesn't have Doctor's Oath yet or anything like that. So you can see here, we now have 108, because I was actually just recruiting people over and over and over again. I have huge amounts of low-tier troops. Yes, I have a lot of low-tier troops, but we need to kind of scramble here. We need to scramble as best as we can to get a force ready enough for us to, well, make some omelets. Yes, make some omelets. Because I obviously said, you know, scramble, get it? Scramble, eggs, yeah, get it? Yeah, anyway, the point is, what we're going to be doing is we're going to be going straight into the town after this. I highly doubt anyone, any vassal, has had the opportunity to resupply the garrison itself with any kind of troops. And if they have, then I'll be very surprised. I'm thinking that they probably won't have replenished their loyalty either. So that's going to be insane. That's going to be extremely good for us. And that means that we can do some really cool things. That means that we can just absolutely murder everyone in the garrison really easily. Obviously, it's probably not going to be as easy as me just saying that, but it is probably going to be a lot simpler than what we had going on before, where we had to fight against 300 people. Yeah. I mean, it would have been nice for us to fight against only 230, but, you know, they decided to give us that wonderful vassal going into the garrison at the last possible moment, which was, in my opinion, well, pretty terrible. That was pretty terrible. So, yeah, unfortunate for us, isn't it? Ooh, yeah, these guys are actually gonna... Are they... Wait a minute. Shouldn't I just tell my guys to charge in? Yes, I should tell my guys just to charge in. There is no point in me, you know, beating around the bush here. There's just absolutely no point, because these fellows are... Oh, no, that's mine. Oh, see, now, this is the thing with the icons. The icons not being above the heads. You can actually change that, obviously. You can enable that back, as far as I'm aware. But I always either forget to do it, or I just don't do it in general. I don't know. Okay, let's just actually see what's going on here. What's actually going on here? These guys are all Nords? What? Okay. Apparently this guy is using Nord units somehow. But that's actually good for us.
If we can get a whole bunch of them and actually take them prisoner, we might be able to convert them to our side, which would be pretty amazing. So if we can manage to do that, I'll be very pleased. Oh, that Vlandian knight, he had no idea. He was literally like, oh yes, I'm flying my flag for my nation. And then he just gets absolutely murdered from behind. Massive pole. Boom. Yeah, that's what happens. You know, that's what happens. You fly the flag and boom. Yeah, I mean, he doesn't have a shield. That's what I'm saying. He doesn't have a shield, you know. That's the main issue there. If he had a shield, then maybe he would have been okay, you know. Highly unlikely, but he might have been, you know. Okay, so I think we're actually fine here. Alder's going to be getting a couple of kills or a couple of little bit of skills right there. Not too bad. And that's indeed a victory for us right there. Not too bad at all. And indeed, obviously, I don't really care too much about the renown. Ooh, yeah, we do actually get the opportunity to take some Nords right here, so I will be taking them. Sea Raider Warrior, very nice. Okay, yeah, let's get a whole bunch of those. We got loads of level up. Well, not loads of level ups, but a decent amount of level ups, I guess. And, yeah, you can see here we have... where are the... Yeah, we have Nord Scions and Nord Younglings. So you can see here, this is what I was able to recruit in that time. And... Balanced Nord Javelin. Yeah, not that good, actually. Not that good. I mean, it actually has 112. It does have 112 piercing damage, which is actually pretty nice. But obviously, as you've seen, the spear that we're using has been invaluable, in my opinion. Has been completely invaluable in our ability to eliminate a lot of the enemy's cavalry. Without this spear, I never would have been able to do that. So it just goes to show, you know, having the right weapon for the right, for the right time really makes a big difference. Okay, so we're going to go over here once again. 113 defenders. Voloric is here. How is Voloric here? Didn't I... Okay, I'm not entirely sure why he's here, but... Rebels... No! Rebels! Rebels! Ah, pain. 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 Yes. Absolute pain. Alright. Absolute pain. Okay. You're going to be attacked now, sir. I'm sorry about this. You are going to be attacked now. I am very, very sorry about this. I will not be fighting him in the nighttime either. I don't like fighting in the nighttime. So we're just going to declare war on him and then we'll just go for it. This is... The timing. The sheer timing of the fact that I was literally just about to go in, I guess it actually wouldn't have made any difference because he probably would have... Yeah, never mind. They would have rebelled when I was besieging, and then it would have immediately cancelled my siege. So I guess it wouldn't have actually made any difference whatsoever if I had gone in there at that exact moment. If I had taken it before, when... Yeah, Voloric decided to attack us, with the sally out and everything. That obviously would have been the perfect time to take it. But, of course, we just got absolutely, we got screwed over. That's it. We just got screwed over. That's how it is. Unfortunate for me. Anyway, we'll see if we can do something here. Wow, that was some good damage, actually, surprisingly so. Okay, let's try not to get absolutely murdered here. Should I tell my forces to... You know what? I'm going to tell my forces to charge. Let's go for it. Let's just go straight on in here. These fellows are not really having anything of note in regards to infantry. They have mostly archers, from what I can see. Yeah. Yeah. Mostly archers, so we shouldn't really do anything here apart from just go straight on in. That's literally it. This is going to be so much easier now. Okay, I need my forces to actually be a bit quicker. Maybe I should have given them... I probably should have given them movement speed increases, and I probably should have told them to not use their thrown weapons or something like that while approaching, but I kind of like them to use their thrown weapons, because sometimes they can actually get quite a few kills just purely by throwing a random axe here and there. Is it actually working for them to do that, though? Yeah, it is actually working. Look at that. They're actually getting quite a few kills just by them throwing, so I think that's pretty decent. Let's actually do that ourselves. Let's get a couple of kills with this. Might as well. Considering we have the opportunity.
Oh dear. I have the opportunity, he says, and then hits the shield. Yes, that's great. Is that mine? Yeah, that's mine. Okay. Kill that guy. And then I don't have any more, of course. And that's absolutely fine. My forces are now doing a pretty... I mean, they did a pretty good job, to be honest. They have literally not suffered many casualties at all. And they've done a great job in actually killing everything in the process. So that's not too bad. Obviously, these guys are... I mean, I'm going to let them go. I think I'm actually going to let them go. I don't really see the point in capturing them right now, but maybe that's a mistake. Not sure about that just yet, but we did gain a huge amount of experience, which is really, really nice, and we're going to be able to get even more infantry as a result of that. Very, very nice. Okay, here we go, here we go. So, what we're now going to do is we're going to... Okay, what's this? Let's see. Roguery skill? Yeah, roguery skill. Let's do that. Okay, so I'm going to make my way over to the town, and we're going to... they have militia in there. They have militia in there. Yes, they have militia in there now. Isn't that wonderful? Isn't that wonderful, everyone? Yes, that's great. I love that. That's absolutely perfect. And they now also have 2 people there, too. Look at this. They have 233. I would be able to capture this. If they didn't have vassals nearby, I would be able to do this very, very easily. Okay, wait a minute. I've got this, okay? We've got this in hand. Let's do it. Okay, we're just going to attack this guy. Bear in mind that the Vlandians are on their way, okay? We know this for a fact. The Vlandians will be on their way. They do want to take this town back from the rebellion. And we're kind of on a bit of a, a timer here. So, not a terribly big fan of that, but needs must. We must do this. We must go in here. And I must attack this guy. Otherwise, what's going to happen is the exact same thing that happened before. They are going to enter the garrison at any point, and they are going to be able to outnumber us even more than they already do. And obviously, doing this does actually provide us with a huge amount of experience, which is obviously perfect. You know, that's really wonderful, because we've just recruited a huge amount of new troops, huge amounts of lower level troops, and if we can level them up even a little bit, even to tier 3, even to maybe even some tier 4s, then we will be exceptionally pleased, and that would make so much of a difference. It really would. What we're going to do is I'm actually going to tell my guys to hold fire, and I'm literally... Wait a minute. Oh, they have so many archers. They have so many archers once again. Let's tell them to charge. We are just literally going to tell them to charge. They have so many archers, it's absolutely pointless. I am telling them to hold fire as well, so that they don't use their thrown weapons, because I feel like these archers, they're not really going to have too much in the way of setup, and they're not going to be able to do that much damage to us in the process here. I just hope that my forces will be able to run very, very quickly. Are they? Are you actually running quite fast, guys? Are you really? Because I really need that. I really need you to run fast, please. Okay, well, let's try and do some damage at the very least. I am going to get shot a little bit, but thankfully these guys don't do that much damage. I do have decent-ish armor on now as well, so I am not going to be taking that much. Okay, decent. Yeah, misses all over the place for some reason, but yeah, we should be fine. Yeah, that is all good. And indeed, I am... are they actually charging? I don't even know. It feels to me like they're not charging, but I know that they are. But it's kind of strange. But they are actually doing a lot better this time when I tell them to not throw, I guess. Let's tell them to throw now, if they want to, because then they can just pull out their axes and start doing damage. Actually, maybe that was better. I don't know. I think maybe that's a better strategy, actually. Just, you know, tell your Huskars just to hold fire until, until they get really, really close, and then use them. That might actually make more sense, because then they have the ability to actually hit from that range, instead of them, not. In that case. Okay, so, I'm wondering whether we should... You know what? I'm going to take him prisoner. I'm going to take this guy prisoner this time because I saw that the other fellow literally instantly came out of the town and was like, hello, I'm back. And yeah, we don't really want that. Thank you very much. So yeah, I am going to be a little bit more strict about taking him prisoner this time. All right, so we got relation with our younger brother for some reason. I don't know why, but okay, we did. And we are otherwise just going to be making our way. Come on now. No, disorganized state, please. No, disorganized state. Okay, so we're going to just move on very, very quickly. Going to try to recruit from here yet again if we can. Very, very limited amounts of people. Unfortunate, but that's how it goes. And let's see if they're going to have more. They're going to have more reinforcements, aren't they? They're going to have more reinforcements now. 250. Oh, 250. Okay. We might be able to get the Sally out. What do you think? We might be able to get a Sally out. Okay, we're going to try it. If we can get the Sally out, then this is going to be a victory for us, but I highly doubt they're going to do that. I really, really doubt they're going to do that. If they do, it's good for us. And if they don't, then it's bad. Yeah. Kind of. Let's see. Okay, so, yeah, the problem is these, for some reason, I don't know. They're going to sally out now? No? Not going to sally out now? Okay, interesting. Very, very interesting. I would have expected them to sally out almost instantaneously upon that vassal going in there. He's waiting for one more person. I'm almost 100% certain. He's waiting for one more person to come over here and actually reinforce the enemy's defenses so that they can sally out, which is actually not even bad. For me personally, I actually wouldn't mind if they do that now. If they just get one more vassal of about 50, this is obviously very much dream, dream sequence related kind of stuff, because there's no way that they're going to just get 50. They're going to have someone much, much larger than that. So that would be problematic. But we might be okay. I don't know. Maybe I can. I could try to destroy the walls. Maybe. There's the convoy. Okay, so now our convoy is set up. Okay, so the convoy does not set up until our siege camp is up and running. So that obviously makes a big difference too. Is our engineer actually doing what he's supposed to? Yeah, I think he is. I mean, I can't see his stats right now or anything like that, but yeah, he should be fine. Should be good, right? I mean, I could go to the character screen, I guess, but yeah. Anyway, point is, I guess we can just hope that this is going to work. Ah, the crack of dawn, and indeed, it will now be the time for us to enter the siege, and we'll see what we can do. I highly doubt we're going to be able to take this, but I mean, let's give it a go. I'm level 20. I don't know what level my companions are or anything like that. You can see here I'm losing 1,000 gold per day, which is not exactly great. And indeed, I have taken down the walls. You can see there are no catapults or anything like that. I'm going to remove the trebuchets because I don't want my forces focusing on manning them or anything like that. And indeed, there is a fellow here with some Nord warriors as well as some Nord spear warriors, which we don't really have to worry about that. We don't have to worry about that too much. We do have to worry about these guys. They have 3 banner knights. I know. Banner knights are not exactly something that we need to be super concerned with, but you never know. You never know. Sometimes they can be very, very resilient, and they can get quite a few kills as a result. But we have a lot of Huskars still, remaining even from our 300 strong battle that we had. And yeah, as you can see, there we go. All right, so let's see what we can do here. We've got 85. We're going to be taking them ourselves, and we're going to be taking them into this area. Let me see. Where is the other? There's the other wall section. Okay, the other wall section is right here. I am going to be making my way over here, and we're literally going to be taking our forces straight there. Is the enemy going to switch? The enemy is switching as we speak. That is absolutely fantastic. That's perfect. That is wonderful. We don't need to worry about that. What we're going to do is we're going to set our flag over here, and I'm just going to make my way in here, do some damage, and then I'm literally just going to get out. I'm just going to run away. Oh, can't run away through there. Okay. That's kind of unfortunate. Well, that's kind of bad. I was kind of hoping I'd be able to make my escape through the streets, but no, I can't do that. Okay. Let's be a little bit careful then. Okay, decent, decent. Nothing to worry about there. Whoa, didn't even kill that guy. Unfortunate. Okay, so are my forces actually doing something? Okay, come on now, come on now. Go through here, open the gate. Are my forces actually there? I think they might be there. I need to tell them to charge in sometime soon. Gonna tell them to charge in around about now. Okay, now they're gonna charge. Now they're gonna do huge amounts of damage, hopefully. They will just spread out and just absolutely murder everything in sight. At least that's the idea. I am wondering whether we should attack these archers. The question is, can I survive? Okay, I can probably breathe now a little bit. Yes, that was very close. That was very close. Not so close in regards to my own forces, but obviously close in regards to how much damage I'm taking, and very dicey situation. I don't think me opening the gate actually had me opening the gate had no impact whatsoever. Unless the AI decided that they wanted to close it. If the enemy AI decided they wanted to do that, then that would have been a fantastic strategic move on my part, because then we would have been, well, distracting the opponent in some, heavy way, and they would have diverted resources from defending and actually gone and interacted with the gate. And that would have been absolutely fantastic. That would have been very, very much perfect. So there you go. Very nice. We did that. 81 renown. Did we get the next clan tier? Yes, we did. Next clan tier. Absolutely fantastic. Gonna let this guy go just because there is no point in me actually, keeping him. And we're actually going to be taking these prisoners. We're going to be taking basically everyone that we can, really. Because we can put them into the garrison's dungeon here, and that's going to be exceptionally nice. So let's just do something like this. 2,500, pretty good. And indeed, the loot is not going to be that good. So we don't really have to worry about that. Now, what we do need to worry about, though, is actually maintaining the town. So we're going to go into the dungeon here. We're going to literally let this guy... I think we're going to let this guy go. The question is, I don't know whether I can even let him go. Can I even let him go? I don't even think so. Hello there, sir. Oh, yeah. There we go. I've decided to free you. You can go. There we go. Okay, yeah, just going to let him go. Just purely because there is no reason to keep him. There is no reason to keep him whatsoever. I'm going to be letting this guy go as well.
It's been a while.
Yeah, I've decided to free you. You may go. There we go. All right, absolutely perfect. And yes, we will just manage prisoners now. And we're literally, all we're going to do is we're just going to put everyone in here, and then we're going to be taking everyone that is tier 4 out. I know. I probably shouldn't be taking these guys, to be honest. I probably shouldn't be taking the Sea Raider fellows or anything like that, but yeah, I think that's fine. Okay, yeah, that's okay. Let's do this. No militia. No militia. Okay, everyone else is going to get converted over time, and then we can obviously put people in the garrison as well if we don't want to use people. So, for example, the Valandians. I think we're going to be keeping a couple of Valandians with us for the moment, because I don't really want to be caught out with a lower level, or should we say lower capacity army for the moment, because I'm almost 100% certain the Valandians will be coming for us. They will definitely be coming for us, and it's just a matter of time. So we are going to be doing this. We are going to be, we're going to be losing loyalty just because of the security problem, but that's okay. I'm going to try to get the courthouse up and running as fast as I possibly can, and I need to put a person on there. So what we're going to do is I'm actually going to be putting Mr. Garmond there, I think, because he has engineering, as you can see, and I think he's probably going to be able to create it that much faster. Isn't that true? I mean, look, he has 38% faster building production. That's pretty nice. Yeah, but he doesn't have it. Yeah, he doesn't have the loyalty bonuses. So that's a bit of a problem. What about security? Does he have security increases? No, he does not. But I'm still going to put him on there. There we go. All right, so there you go. We managed it. Against all odds, we managed it. And Alda has advanced to Medicine 76, which is fantastic. Let's actually just see what she has. She took Doctor's Oath. Okay, that's absolutely fantastic. Wow, that's perfect. Anyway, that is going to be it for this episode. Whew, that was a dicey one, wasn't it? Yeah. Anyway, I thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you next time.